played through 3 games?
I think I played okay. There's a lot of stuff I need to improve on. A lot of stuff Coach Wells and I keep talking on. Just obviously, just being an offensive lineman, you're never really gonna have perfection. There are a lot of people playing in the league for like 16 years. They're still not gonna be perfect. There's always something to work on. So yeah, I think I'm doing an okay job right now.
Coach, the one thing you get focused in on doing the first thing, right? Sometimes you forget about this second step.
Yeah.
What's kind of he meaning by that?
I mean, it's just a lot to retain. It's a lot of information to keep going, week by week, transitioning. And not. Coach Wells always has a saying. We don't want just ups and downs. We want to just keep going down a steady path.
Do you feel like you're better right now as a run blocker or pass protector?
Right now, I feel like my specialty is run blocking. I enjoy the physicality of it. Just really, I guess, get in somebody's chest and just run them over. That's the fun part about football for me.
What's the challenge in pass protection?
Not being so over aggressive. A lot of times with my hands, just being patient, keeping my chest back. Someone actually told me today, you want to keep your face mask out of it. So, just the type of player I am, I have the, sometimes I end up being a little over aggressive in that sense.
Coach Wells mentioned you were pretty excited to see what it was like to play at the Swamp for the first time. What was that experience like, and what made you so excited to play that?
As a kid growing up, man, I always played NCAA football, and the teams that I always wanted to play against were LSU and Florida. So just growing up, I always wanted to play in the Swamp. I don't know what it was, but playing there, man, it was definitely a tough environment. I mean, first walking in the stadium, I was like, okay, it's not really Neyland size. I didn't really know how loud it was going to get, but a couple of drives, man, it was loud. I'll give them their credit for that. And the fans are pretty crazy down there, but it was a good experience. Obviously, it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. So, in the next couple of years, I'm definitely expecting that game again, but it was a fun experience.
Playing on the road in a place like that, does that rattle you at all your first time being in an atmosphere like that?
No, really, it doesn't rattle me because of my preparation. Coaches the whole week, the way they're describing it, making sure I'm getting the proper amount of fluids, making sure I have a good grasp and knowledge of the plays, it doesn't faze me.
Trey, why did you always want to play those two teams in that video game?
No real reason. Just I always thought like LSU and Florida were two like cool stadiums, sort of. I was just like, it'd be cool to play there one day.
Was maybe one of the most frustrating things about that loss that y'all really kind of had them on their back foot there late in the game. It looked like they were kind of they were a little worn down maybe at the end. Does that make it more frustrating that y'all couldn't find a way to win that one?
I mean, anytime you lose, you're going to be frustrated. You're always going to check the film and see what you could have done better. Them being worn down, it's a game of attrition. Obviously, after you have about 80 so snaps, you're going to be worn down. So, I mean, me as a competitor, I don't want to lose anybody, so it's always going to be disappointing.
The way that John runs, does that make it easy to kind of keep yourself fired up? Because that guy, I mean, it's like he's a human energy drink kind of.
Man, I love watching the film just because there are a couple times when I look at John, I'm just like, wow. Like, he was punching people, dude, on the sideline, running over people. I mean, he's a full contact back, and that's what I really love about him. JK, man, he gets me hyped in game just in the way he plays, the violence in which he plays. It really motivates me. If a guy's going to run that hard, man, what is blocking this guy for a couple seconds so I can spring him free?